Hi, this is Chef Dangoor with TigerChef. Today we're going to be making a French-style meringue. First thing you're going to need for your meringue are egg whites and sugar. Now I want to talk to you a little bit about the egg whites because this is a very important piece. They need to be extremely clean. What does that mean? It means any fat, any impurities won't let this thing fluff up. So what we're gonna do is, each egg I'm breaking individually in a bowl. I'm separating it, and then I'm gonna combine with the rest of my egg whites. The reason I'm doing it like this is, God forbid the egg yolk breaks, it's gonna ruin the whole batch. So I'll do them one by one. In case it breaks, I just throw out that egg. Secondly, you gotta make sure your egg whites are at room temperature. That way they fluff up nicely. So you can either leave your light eggs out, the whole eggs before you crack them, or you could crack them and then leave them out covered. But now we're gonna combine these into our bowl. Put all the egg whites in there. Now, the ratio is about equal parts sugar to eggs, but if you're doing a big batch and you don't know what equal parts is, generally it's about 1/4 cup of sugar for every jumbo egg white. Now that we've incorporated the two, we're gonna whisk it together. If you're gonna whisk it by hand, you're probably gonna get tired. KitchenAid, sometimes you have a little bit amount, you're not gonna put in a KitchenAid mixer. So I like to use this Hamilton Beach with the whisk attachment. And once you have the whites incorporated like this, you're gonna add a little bit of cream of tartar. We're gonna put in about 1/4 teaspoon of cream of tartar. Now what it is, cream of tartar is acid. So if there are any impurities in there, it'll help clean it out. Also, it's gonna help this guy fluff up. All right, so you can see we've been whipping this for about 2 minutes now. And it's doubled in volume and also turned white. We're about 1/3 of the way there, so we're gonna still whip this some more. And you can also see it's getting a nice little sheen on it. It's getting very shiny. So let's continue to whip this until peak. All right, so when making a meringue, there's 3 stages. There's soft peak, medium peak, and firm peak. So when you pull out the meringue and see how it flops down on itself, this is a soft peak. So we're gonna whip it some more to a medium peak. All right. So now you see how it's holding a small peak, but it kind of falls over? This is a medium peak. By the way, the soft peak and the medium peak are mostly used for cakes. And this is known as the firm peak. As you can see, it goes up, it doesn't flop down at all. This has the most air that you want to have in it. Once you get it to this peak, you don't want to move anymore because then the egg whites will become nice and grainy. Well, not nice and grainy, bad and grainy. But anyways, so this is used for mostly for the topping of pies, or if you want to make, baked meringue, that's what firm peak meringue is for. So that's the 3 stages of meringue. Now that we have the firm peak, I'm also gonna show you guys how to pipe properly with it. You can choose any kind of tip that you want. This is a basic round tip. You're gonna put it in the bottom of your pastry bag like this. By the way, these pastry bags are a godsend. I buy them in like packs of 100. And whenever I need them, they're already perfect, ready to go. So I'm gonna fold the top back as I did over here. I'm gonna open it up a little bit on the side. And I'm gonna scoop my meringue inside. So how I do it, I push the bottom down and I try to shovel this in. So again, I'll push the bottom down with my spatula and I'll try to shovel it in, try to get as much down to the bottom as possible. Now there's 2 things you wanna watch out for when you're doing this. One, you wanna try not to get any air bubbles. If you look at my bag from the side, I'm gonna lift this up. All the meringue is on this side and there's nothing on this side over here. That's because I don't want any air bubbles and I'm just gonna shake it in and fill it up. Move this guy up to the top. Twist. You can see my pastry chip is as far down as possible. I want to cut the bag above where the bottom of the pastry tip is. So I'm going to mark it with my knife, like where the top would be. I'm gonna push the tip up, and then I'm just gonna cut where that incision is. Now the pastry tip will come down outside the bag, as you see, just like that. I'm gonna squeeze all of this out. And the way you pipe properly, you're gonna have it in your right hand, twist, if you're right-handed, have it in your right hand, twist, until some starts to come out. And your left hand is for guidance. Your right hand will push to squeeze the stuff, whatever is stuff in the bag that you have, and your left hand is to guide it. And just like that. Yeah, perfect piping bag. So that's how you guys make meringue. It's a very fun pastry idea if you guys want to learn how to do it. Listen, we got a lot of interesting videos, so subscribe to our YouTube channel, and for all your chef needs, come visit us at TigerChef.com. Dude, I am dead tired.